Alright guys, just doing something a little bit different this week. A couple hours before Game of Thrones, so what I thought I'd do is combine a little fish video with maybe a little Game of Thrones analysis. I'm going to pick a scene. I think I'll do this for the next few weeks since there's 4 weeks left. Pick a scene that I really liked and maybe talk about it a little bit and where I think that scene is going to go in the future episode. Starting it off, the big scene from last week that I really enjoyed was the Arya sent on her first mission to poison Lady Crane. She actually poisons her, but just before she goes to drink it, she knocks the poison to the ground, basically ending her training as a faceless man. For those of you that have watched it from the beginning, I kind of find this scene ironic because Arya was, forever since basically since her dad was beheaded in episode 9, season 1. She's basically been no one. I mean, she's training to be a faceless man who is no one. However, she's been that. She's been a boy on her way to the Wall. She's been the Hound's captive. She's been the Hound's daughter. I mean, pretty much for 4 or 5 seasons now, she's just been pretending to be somebody else. And the irony of the scene was when she made the decision to save the person she was supposed to kill. She finally became, herself. Even though, she went into training to become no one, she actually becomes herself. So that's the kind of the irony of the scene, at least the way I interpreted it. Obviously my descriptions probably don't do it justice, so hopefully you watched it. But honestly, one of the best scenes, I think, best non-violent scenes. I mean, obviously like the Red Wedding and stuff are better, but as far as just a character discovering themselves or finding out something about themselves, I mean, this is the first time obviously Arya hasn't been influenced by anybody else. This is her just being her, and really it's something we have never seen. Obviously back in season 1 she was just a little girl, and now she's become a young woman, and she really hasn't been able to establish her own identity. So that's, I think that's what they're doing. Now where the scene is going to, my prediction, I guess, for what's going to happen next, obviously with the waif was wanting, her revenge to kill her. Jack and Agar agrees. And then you see Arya grabbing a needle from its hiding spot, and then she blows out the candle, which another kind of signals to me that she's turning the page on her life. She's blowing out the candle on another part of her life, moving forward. But anyway, what I see happening would be the waif obviously going after Arya. If you've seen the trailer, there's a scene where she's running from like rooftop to rooftop, it looks like, jumping off buildings. I believe that's what's going to come into play here, whether that's Arya running from the waif or leading the waif into a trap. We'll see. But I think that's going to tie into it. I believe Arya will kill the waif. I'm not exactly sure how, but I just think by the waif, to be a faceless man, you're not supposed to have like an emotion towards somebody, and obviously she has some great disdain for Arya, so I think she's breaking the creed herself. So I see her getting killed by Arya. As far as Jack, and I think he'll come in at the end of the scene where she kills the waif. Take the waif's face. That'll be the the many face gods adding to the Hall of Faces, and I think he will kind of just call it even. And that'll be the end of the scene with those guys. Now where Arya goes from here, I don't know. I don't read the books. I don't know if it's in the books, but that's kind of my take on it. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. I kind of like to do this. Hopefully you guys like it. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, hopefully you just enjoyed watching the fish video a little bit. But that's really about all I got this week, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and